So I actually do offer coaching to a limited number of affiliates, and so what a lot of times I've advised them to do if they're just starting out, because there's different stages. You have some affiliates that have a larger budget to work with and they may be a little bit more knowledgeable already, or you have those who are working with a smaller budget and starting from ground zero. Either case, I tend to recommend that they start with low payout offers. Something less than 50 cents a lot of times is a great starting point, because your primary goal when starting is to generate data, collect information that allows you to review it and make decisions. So if you don't have data, you can't really make much decisions and determine how to turn a campaign profitable. And with lower payout offers, it requires a smaller test budget to determine some of that, to collect some of that information. So the types of offers, sweepstakes are a great type. There's also a lot of low payout pin cements, and then also app install campaigns, so what's called CPI campaigns. Those tend to convert quite easily and are great starting points. At least it gives you a way to collect data at a lower cost. That way you're not losing a tremendous amount of money, and get yourself more acclimated to things and more familiar, and then you can start progressing to more aggressive offers or more higher payout pin cements and things like that, which you guys do a lot of work in.
Okay, I would choose probably a white hat vertical, because one of the biggest problems is losing accounts, getting banned, and getting your business killed overnight. So definitely a white hat vertical. Now there's many white hat verticals, like there's lead generation, you know, for finance, mortgage. There's also e-commerce, Shopify being like the most popular right now, but there's also BigCommerce, WooCommerce, like there's many different platforms. And these are pretty safe and they're blowing up like crazy. So I definitely invest in that. Another thing is, before I go into anything, like let's say I start a Shopify store, I would think outside the box on what makes me different. How can I stand out from the competition? Because a lot of guys that are new, they start, for example, a Shopify store, what happens is they just copy someone else, they think that they can throw up some ads and make money. And the problem is that e-commerce is slowly maturing in a way where people are getting used to seeing ads about the same stuff over and over and over again. So it's not gonna sell. So if you're a newbie and you do what everybody else does, you're gonna lose your money fast, and you'll have to go back to working for someone 9 to 5, right? So I recommend definitely thinking about how to stand out, you know. So
I would be a bit biased. So the main thing with this sort of question is every affiliate would probably answer that they would start with something that they used to do already, you know. So I started out with mobile offers, a lot of app installs, and I would say those made a lot of sense then. Now I would say either mobile traffic with CPA or CPI offers, or CPL, lead gen. But also there's been it's getting easier and easier to also start with Shopify e-commerce. So I think depending on what sort of background the affiliate has, they should think it through if they want to go mobile or Shopify, dropshipping, Facebook, advertising, and that e-commerce route.
You know, to me, it's not, I would say the most important thing for an affiliate to consider isn't even the vertical, it's more the traffic source. I mean, that's so important, and verticals are relatively stable. I mean, you know, we know what they are. They were here yesterday. They're probably going to be here tomorrow. But traffic sources, it's much more tricky because they're always constantly changing and evolving. You know, Facebook or PPC, AdWords. If you aren't completely invested in knowing exactly what's happening as time moves with those, you know, how to capitalize on the traffic sources, you're going to get left behind. So you have to make a commitment to say, all right, I'm a Facebook guy. I'm going to know everything about Facebook, because, you know, next week, if you're not that guy that's, you know, knee deep in it, they're going to make some change that you don't know about, and then you're like wondering what happened. So you really need to be 100% committed.
Well, yeah, okay. If I was a newbie, I was just starting today, I believe adult dating is one of the easiest verticals to get to break even. It's very hard to get better ROIs, but to get to break even, I find it easier than to start in, say, in pop-ups with sweepstakes or pin submits. That requires a lot more testing, while in adult dating, like, the best offers are easier to find and easier to start playing with, you know. Obviously you will get stuck at some point in break even or like very small ROIs. That's the main challenge with adult dating, but I think it's a good vertical to start with, also because it teaches you how to handle banners on top of landers and offers. So it's another element of the funnel instead of just going with pops and scrapping landers and offers. Like, you're not really learning the real job, you know, the real competences, the core competence of media buying and affiliate marketing. I think adult dating teaches you better the entire funnel and is less costly to start with, yeah.
I mean, the most traditional vertical in the adult industry at the moment, for us at least, it's dating. But the dating vertical has been very competitive. So I think it can be very hard to actually make profits there. So what we see at the moment that one vertical is standing out and growing a lot is Nutra. So over the last 1-2 years, it has been growing a lot, and I think people have quite good success with that. So I think I would suggest people to have a mix of different verticals, maybe dating, Nutra, some gambling or gaming. I think I would go for that.
In our mentoring, so we mentor people, they come to us with the same question: where do I start? And here's where I point them. I don't have a vertical, right, that's going to work for everybody. The best vertical for you to work in is the one that you're passionate about, the one that you believe the most in, the one that you have an idea of how it works and that you're a part of. Because I got to tell you, like, when we go and get offers of other people's and look at the copy's good, but we have to change it a little bit to talk to our audience, because we understand our audience so well, and that's what gives us that pop in conversions. Because if we just copy and paste, it doesn't speak to them just right? It's almost like we have an accent when we just copy and paste. But to not have the accent, to speak to them one-on-one, knee to knee, we give it our little taste, our little own kind of creativity, and that's because we're in the niche. We understand it, we know it, like we live that. So yeah, if there's a vertical that they want to choose something that they understand and that they can talk to.
Well, obviously, as a newbie, you have a lower budget, so you will have to go with lower payout offers. So, for example, verticals with lower payouts are app installs, pin submits, sweeps. Basically, as a newbie, in order to learn, obviously you need to get as much conversions as possible so you can optimize it. And obviously that's not possible if conversion is $50 and you are running on native when you can drain $1,000 budget in a day.